Hey, welcome to episode 49 of Scar Bearers. I'm chrisdtgordon. Yeah, as you probably noticed, still no theme music. This is week 2 of my 2-week tour of Gotta Fix My Mistake. So we're going to give Nate and Britton Barron another week off. Yes, I stretch out the word another to another, because why not? But you can reach them at Nate Barron if you want to find out what they can do for you and your creative projects. So last week, I did a mea culpa. I talked about the mistakes I made in not labeling my files correctly and how that basically snowballed into how I have 2 missing episodes, this being the second one, and what I was going to learn from that. Well, last week I talked about how I learned to label my files more completely and clearly, how I thought about what worked for me and what hasn't worked for me in the past year. And then I talked about how I was gonna be me. I gotta be me. That's good. That's good proof right there why I'm not a professional singer. Anyway, so this week I thought about, you know what? Let's take a look at the past 3 months, the first quarter of the year, and just see how things went. And for me, I have a goal. I have an overall goal. I have a number of goals, but one of my overall goals is to become a professional speaker. Yes, you've heard me say I am a speaker, and I am. I have to, however, I have to keep working at it, because like all skills and all endeavors, constant, consistent work is needed to make progress. And besides having that overarching goal of being a speaker, I have smaller goals. And right now I'm going to talk about how I break those up. So for my quarterly goal, I'm going to speak at least 3 times every quarter. And that means for every month, I'm going to speak at least once. Now you're thinking, Chris, that's every quarter is about 90 days. That means that you're speaking 3 days out of 90. Why is that such a big deal? Well, random asker of question, you have to plan for those things. And in order to plan, you have to set up the plans, which means you have to reach out to people, which means you have to email and make yourself known to others that you are willing to share your message with them. So under that quarterly goal and that monthly goal, I have to do the legwork. I have to email schools. I have to reach out to people on social media. I gotta let them know, hey, I have a message you need to hear, or your students need to hear, or someone in your charge needs to hear. So that's where all the action comes into play. Now, you're right. The three gigs, 3 speaking engagements every quarter is not a lot. But I also have to be reasonable. I am a husband and a father, a full-time teacher, and I do other things, as you probably have heard me talk about. So I need to give time to those things. All right. So 3 speaking gigs for me is enough. For you, whatever your goal might be, you might want to be a little more ambitious given what you have, what kind of plates you were spinning in your life. But you got to know you in order to do that. So I'm going to challenge you to take a look at what you want to do within the next 3 months and see how you can break that quarterly goal into monthly goals. And if you want to go down and break it into weekly goals, you go ahead, but make sure of 2 things. First of all, that you are specific in your quarterly and monthly goal. All right. Being vague does not help you achieve your goal, because anything vague can be ignored or set aside. So be specific in your goals. Secondly, you need to show and take consistent action. Now, last week was really weird. It was, a Holy Week for those who are in the Christian faith. For those of us who teach in schools, we had, depending on what school district you're in, 2 days of students, which means that school districts weren't really looking for speakers because they were dealing with school district stuff. And we're still in a pandemic, so that's kind of keeping people from hiring speakers, even though we can speak online. Just putting that out there. So I didn't reach out last week. This week, I'm hitting the pavement, virtually speaking. I'm going to email at least 25 schools. And if you want to reach out to me and say, hey, Chris, did you email those 25 schools? I'm going to say, yes, depending on when you ask. If you ask me on Tuesday, I'm going to say, not yet. If you ask me on Thursday, I'm going to say, ya betcha. So you have to take consistent action for those goals. They don't happen by themselves. Okay. All right. So to recap, you're going to set a quarterly goal, and under that quarterly goal, a monthly goal. You're going to make it specific. And then to achieve those goals, you're going to take consistent action. Okay. Next week, we're going to be back with a fantastic guest. I am so excited to share her story with you. It's amazing. It really is. And it's going to be the last episode of my first season of Scar Bearers. So yay. I achieved one whole season. I'm going to go on to season 2 and continue the great stories and the inspirational messages. So thank you so much for being with me today. I greatly appreciate it. Now, I want you to have a great day and remember to pass on perfection and go for greatness. But before you do that, hold on. I forgot to re-mention my website, linktr.ee/chrisdtgordon. You can find my speaking websites. You can find the YouTube channel and the podcast channel, my store, Chris DT Gordon's Tag and Pop Shop. You can find this wonderful shirt. I'm sorry, podcast listeners, you are missing out on a fantastic shirt. You can find this shirt and other shirts like it, and hats and other merch there. It's exciting. I love seeing people wear my stuff. If you want to buy something and then take a picture and send it to me, I will plaster that picture all over if you want me to, or just I'll say, oh, that's nice. They're wearing my stuff. I also have a tag one sheet that you can print out for gratis, for free, that you can remind yourself how to live the attitude of gratitude. And I'm also a contributing writer to a women's magazine. Yes, you heard me correctly. Life Quotes Journal has started their online campaign. It's a monthly magazine, and you can find the information for that wonderful publication on my Linktree site. And if you subscribe before April 15th, there's a 30% discount on the yearly subscription. It goes from $30 all the way down to $21. There's some fantastic stories in there, even from people not named Chris DT Gordon. So check it out. There's also the book, Blue Talks Presents. And anything else I can think of? No, I think that's it. So linktr.ee/Chris DT Gordon. Go check it out. One more time, thank you very much for joining me. Please have a great day. And remember to pass on perfection and go for greatness. Where's that button? There it is.